Hello viewers, this is a tutorial on how to automate SalesNavigator user scraper on LinkedIn using Socinator. This feature helps to search, target, and scrape SalesNavigator users from LinkedIn. Let's start with the Accounts Manager screen from where we can navigate to configure the accounts. To do that, right-click on your LinkedIn account and hit Go to Tools. It will take you to the account configuration screen. You can also see the available activities which can be automated on LinkedIn through Socinator. Let's scroll to the right and click SalesNavigator User Scraper. This is very useful as it makes it faster and easier to scrape SalesNavigator users within a period of time while narrowing them down in the process. There are several configuration categories for SalesNavigator User Scraper activity. Let's begin with the first one, Search Query. As the name suggests, Search Query allows you to command the software on how to search targeted users to scrape. There are two important sections, Query Type and Query. Query Type defines how you want to search the user. You may choose the query type by clicking the drop-down button. Once you have selected your query type, enter the query either manually by typing in this area, or you may click this button to import from CSV or text file. Select the right file and click Open. When you're done, click the Add Queries to the List button and it will be added to the queries list over here. To show you how this works, let's test each query type. For keyword, let's say we want to target web developer, for example. Type in this area and click Add. This will target SalesNavigator users who have this keyword in their profile. Next, we have profile URL. We need a specific LinkedIn profile for this one. Let's say this one, for example. Copy the profile URL over here and paste it in the query box. Click Add. This will target this specific LinkedIn account. Finally, we have search URL. For this one, we need to search something on LinkedIn. Let's say we searched for web developer. Make sure you chose people because we are targeting SalesNavigator users. Then copy the search URL here. Paste it here in the query box and click Add. So this will target the profiles that appeared in the search result and scrape them. You can add several query types and queries depending on your preferences. If you want to delete a query from the list, simply click the trash bin button on the right side of the query you want to remove. Let's say keyword, for example. Click it and it's gone. The next configuration category is job configuration. This allows us to choose the speed at which an account should scrape SalesNavigator users. We have already created a few activity speed configurations which you can use, like slow with an average daily activities of 125, medium with 250, fast with 416, or super fast with 583. Super fast is not recommended for new or real accounts. If you want to define your own speed settings, click Advanced Settings. Delay between each operation is the number of seconds between each SalesNavigator user is scraped. Delay between jobs is the number of minutes the software should pause after scraping the number of SalesNavigator users you set in number of scraping per job. Number of scraping per job will allow you to specify the number of SalesNavigator users to scrape per job or per cycle. You may also specify the number of SalesNavigator users to scrape per hour, per day, and per week. Click this box to increase each day with a specific number until it reaches another custom number of max scrape. You can also create a daily schedule under day of the week when to operate. This is very useful if you want to keep scraping SalesNavigator users even when you're asleep or busy doing other things. If you don't want to operate on, let's say, Monday, click the trash bin button under Monday and it's gone. You can add multiple time frames in one day. Simply click the day you want to configure, Monday for example, provide the start and end time, let's say 12 a.m. to 1:59 a.m. and click Add Interval and it's added. Let's add another one on the same day, let's say 2 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Click Add Interval. So as you can see, we can have several schedules in one day. You may save these time settings by clicking Create Favorite. Let's call it LinkedIn Sales Nav User and click Save. We can then open it by clicking Select Favorite Time and choosing LinkedIn Sales Nav User. Next, we have other configurations. So you have two options, scrape after visiting or scrape without visiting. If you choose scrape after visiting, then you can check only details required to send connection requests if you want to. If you choose scrape without visiting, then you can check save pagination, which allows you to continue the activity from where you last left off. For this one, let's choose scrape after visiting, only details required to send connection requests. Next, we have user filters. This allows us to filter the SalesNavigator users we want to scrape on LinkedIn. So check the first one if you want to scrape those who have profile pictures. Check the second one if you want to target those who have at least 500 connections. Check the third one if you want to target those who have enabled advanced bio and skills. The next one will allow you to specify the minimum number of characters in the bio of the users you want to target, so let's say at least 5. Next, we have must contain specific words. These are the words that should be in the bio description of the users you want to scrape. So let's say you want to target those with expert, for example. Type in this area. You may clear using the clear all button and it's gone. You may also import from CSV or text file by clicking that button. Select the right file and click open. And when you're done, click save. The next one is the opposite of the previous one, must not contain specific words. So these are the words that should not be in the bio description of the users you want to scrape. Let's say you don't want to scrape those with this keywords, for example. Type in this area. Again, you may clear or import using these buttons and click save when you're done. The next one will allow you to specify the minimum number of skills. So let's say at least 5. Then check the following if you want to target those who have experience and education details. The last tool is manage blacklisted users. Blacklisted users are the LinkedIn accounts you do not want Socinator to interact with. In this case, Socinator will not scrape blacklisted users when this box is checked. So this can either be a private blacklist, which belongs to a specific LinkedIn account, or a group blacklist, which is shared between all the accounts you add. When you're satisfied with all the configurations and are ready to start scraping SalesNavigator users on LinkedIn, let's scroll up and click save. Success. After saving, let's click the status button to make it active. To view the SalesNavigator users you have scraped, click the reports button over here. Now, let me show you another option in automating SalesNavigator user scraper on LinkedIn using Socinator. This one allows us to create campaigns, which is perfect for multiple accounts. To start, let's go to the upper right corner of the app and click the social drop-down button and select LinkedIn. This will take us to the Accounts tab. Let's switch to the SalesNavigator Scraper tab and select User Scraper on the left side of the app. Here we can name our campaign. Let's call it LinkedIn SalesNavigator User Scraper. For search query, let's select keyword and type web developer, for example. Click Add. For job configuration, let's select slow. For other configurations, it's up to you. For user filters, let's check must have profile picture, 500 plus connections, experience details, and education details. And finally, let's skip blacklisted users, private blacklist. When you're ready, let's click the blue button, select account or accounts. In this part, you can select multiple LinkedIn accounts. Since you only have one account right now, let's go with that by checking the box and click save. After saving, let's click the red button, create campaign. If you want to proceed, click your account and the save button. This will automatically bring us to the campaigns tab where you can see that we have successfully created our LinkedIn SalesNavigator User Scraper campaign. Click the status button to pause the campaign, and the action button over here will allow us to edit, duplicate, or delete the campaign. To view the users you have scraped, click the report button over here. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot, and thank you so much for watching.